On today's episode of Show the Art podcast.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Is our unofficial international correspondent,
hailing from Australia,
Cristiano Del Giacco.
Yeah, that's him.
He travels a lot. He's been everywhere. He's been to Brazil. He's been to San Diego. He's been to Japan and trained jiu-jitsu everywhere. He's a brown belt, very knowledgeable. He's also very knowledgeable in strength and
conditioning, and heavily inspired by Will Wayland, a well-known and well-respected strength and conditioning coach. And
he's a very educated individual and very entertaining. So please, we hope you guys enjoy this podcast.
He's very insightful.
And it goes a long way if you comment and give us 5 stars on iTunes.
5.5 stars. You heard it.
Enjoy. Thank you. Peace. All right. Bye. All right, guys. Thank you. Cristiano, welcome, my friend.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We are so happy to have you, my friend. Our
nice.
Our international correspondent. Cristiano.
Cristiano
yes.
is from Tony Maselli BJJ.
Am I?
You're from Tony Maselli BJJ. Who's the boss Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
Oh, yes. Yes. Tony, I forgot about him.
Remember
Angela?
Exactly.
Should we explain the story?
How did that come about?
Well,
you tell the story.
We have to go back to our origins of our meeting, and we met you at the first ever Atos camp.
No, not Atos. Art of Jiujitsu.
AOJ.
Oops. Okay.
Yep.
Art of Jiujitsu camp. I think in 2013, 2014.
Yes, roughly that. Those things like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
sounds fair. Yeah.
And you came with a pack of hyenas from Australia. You came with like 7 other dudes.
No, I came with 2 other guys. One was an Aussie and one was a Kiwi.
And there was an Aussie named like Squiggy or something, right? Didn't he have a nickname?
Squiggy.
Or
Squiggy.
What was your friend's name from your buddy?
There was Jugs and there was Russell.
Jugs.
But you don't train with that guy anymore, right?
Not anymore, no.
Okay, you moved. You're in different places.
You moved on.
Yes.
You started Tony Maselli BJJ.
Yeah. Who's the boss? BJJ.
So basically, we went to California a few years ago when the Mendes Brothers first opened up their school, and we met Cristiano there. We were all there for the 4-day Art of Jiujitsu training camp. And we met this guy.
Yes, we were.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, cool dude.
Yeah, it was a good experience, guys. It was good. It was fun.
Totally. So you reside in Australia.
Yes, I live on the Gold Coast, which is on the east coast of Australia.
Nice.
Very famous for beaches.
So you're repping the east side.
I am East Coast.
Just like us, my man.
My brother. Is there beef between the east side and the west side?
No.
Okay, gotcha.
Not at all. There's so much. Actually all the beef is on the East Coast. So it's between the different states on this end. Yeah.
Well, that's where you want to be, around the beef.
That's right. We like that drama, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
Awesome, man.
You have to remind me how do we get onto who's the boss of that conversation?
We met a bunch of really cool people, and we met a few chickadees. What do you call them in Australia? Women?
Sheilas.
Sheilas?
Yeah, I don't say that. That's pretty. It's like a
negative,
famous derogatory. Yeah, it's not a good thing. I never say. I just want to put it out there now. I never say this.
We met a couple of bitches.
Yeah.
So we met a couple of ladies, just cool friends, and and I think one of them. How did it come about? I think she just mentioned it, right?
She just, she was the life of the party. She gathered all 500 participants of the. Nah, I'm exaggerating. She gathered everyone for an outing, a nice dinner. And we all just started talking, and I forgot how that came up. No,
I can't
think
remember
you
either.
made a mention of who's the boss that episode.
Yeah.
Classic.
All I remember is that's all I message you both of you guys through
Yeah.
Facebook for like 2 years with just random
Like
Tony
videos
Danza
and
photos.
memes.
And
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
classic.
That's
Yeah,
right.
as you can tell, I'm a very busy man.
Yeah, those were good times, man.
Yeah.
And so, excuse me. So,
Well, I have a question. Would you say, are you a
Okay.
world traveler or you just started traveling?
To tell you the truth, when I was younger in my teens and my 20s, I didn't really have any aspirations to leave Australia or even the state, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I just had no intention to travel. And then, like many Australians, one day I ended up in Thailand.
Nice. And did
Yeah, it
you
was-
train Muay Thai out there?
No, I trained at the bar. I trained bicep curls of the beer going to my mouth.
nice. So you took
Pretty
yourself on a honeymoon, basically.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
So I took off out there with some friends and just got the bug. And fortunately, jiu-jitsu is a lifestyle, and like it just afforded me opportunities to be able to go overseas for a reason, a reason other than bar hopping.
So you had a mission.
I did,
Awesome.
yes. So it's taking me to places like Japan. I've been to
Nice.
obviously the US
Uh-huh.
and Brazil recently.
Rio.
Nice. So you went to the motherlands of martial arts.
The Mudalang.
I did. The Cradle. Rio. Stayed in Connection Rio hostels.
Yes. Give them a shout out.
Now, well, thanks to Dennis
Connection
Ash
Rio.
and Torrin and Nicole and everyone that was there, all my good friends.
Nice.
All my good friends. Too many to mention, but Big Kyle will be the biggest one to mention. And CJ.
Shout out to CJ.
Shout out to the
CJ
Prince.
Murdoch. He's in New York. No, Charlotte, I think.
Charlotte.
He's
North
a black belt out
Carolina.
there, yeah.
And
North Carolina.
Dave Ash, that's the main guy, right?
Dennis Ash.
Dennis Ash, yeah. I talked to him
Yes.
a couple times on social media. He's such a nice guy.
Darn.
Man, he's a sweetheart. He's an absolute legend.
I
He's a
know.
killer.
Uh-huh.
Don't get that mistaken.
Don't
He's
get it
a
twisted.
little dude, but he's a big smile. But he will wreck people.
Nice. And how did you make your way out there with him?
Well, I run a blog here in Australia for Jiu-Jitsu, just focused on Australian Jiu-Jitsu, the scene over here. And that I run that with a friend of mine, Eduardo Murillo. He handles all the website side of it. I'm completely illiterate with digital things. I'm amazed that I can actually work my Instagram account. But using Eddie's helped me with that site, and just writing blogs. People contact me sometimes and just say, "Hey, can you come to our gym? Visit here." And Dennis was one of those guys, and he gave me a sponsorship to live there. So all I had to do was pay for my ticket. Yeah.
Nice.
And I lived in Rio for free.
That's amazing. And what did you do for him in return? Just blogged?
I blogged, yeah. I wrote articles about living in the house, visiting various gyms. I still have a few more to finish about that because I went to quite a few.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I had hernia surgery just before I left. So
Awful.
yeah.
Got to stay away from
So
those deadlifts.
No, it was hamburgers. I busted my stomach eating a 2 kilo hamburger. I have a small man syndrome, so a lot of my friends make fun of me for being short, so I have to make up for it in beating them in certain challenges. So
Is that seriously what happened?
that's seriously what happened. I
Holy
had
crap.
6 pints of beer, so I was fairly bloated, and then I raced my friends to eat this 2 kilo hamburger. I won. Let me get that out there. I actually won the challenge, but on the last bite. Yeah, on the last bite of the burger, I heard a pop in my stomach, and there was a golf ball sitting on my on the top of my abdomen.
And
Oh
then
my God.
were you rushed to the hospital?
I was reluctant to go at the start because I was still a bit drunk, so I was laughing about it. And then it's my diaphragm. I couldn't breathe properly. My diaphragm wouldn't expand properly, so I thought, yep, now's the time to go to the hospital.
Were you transported to the hospital via kangaroo pouch?
No.
Because I heard there's twice the amount of kangaroos in Australia than people. There's 40 million kangaroos chilling.
I don't have the numbers in front of me, so I can't really confirm that.
Are any
that
of your
statistic or
neighbors?
not, but,
Are any of your neighbors kangaroos?
No.
Okay.
If you'd have asked me about 20 years ago when I lived in the desert, I was actually born in the desert.
So you were
I could have given you a definite yes for that.
you were born
now,
an
no.
Aboriginal?
As no, I probably could say that. I was pretty native
Nice, man.
to the country then. Yeah, yeah.
Sweet. Awesome, man.
Let me ask you.
No,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, you go for it.
Okay.
No, shoot, go for it.
Who planted Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Australia? From my knowledge, it was a guy named John Will. I think he was a Hegan or Jean-Jacques Machado black belt. I don't know if that's accurate. I had his some of his publications, some of his books. Great reads.
Yep. Good books for the basics, especially when they were released, back in the day when they came out. I'm going to give you the information pretty much just based on my experience of jiu-jitsu and how it started. So
right.
Obviously the information I'm going to tell you is how I experienced it. But yeah, from far as I know, John was the guy that, pretty much pioneered it, the jiu-jitsu scene here.
Nice.
He started it. I think he was in partnership. I might be wrong about this, but I think he was in partnership with Peter Devine. They split. Peter Devine started Gracie Academy, and John Wills had his Machado Academy. I started jiu-jitsu with one of John's students, Vincent Perry. I just want to give him a shout out. Awesome. Vincent Perry's awesome dude. Skilled martial artist across many different martial arts.
Nice.
And he's got a few fighters that have competed in the UFC. So big shout out to Vince at Puma there.
Nice. Vince Perry, my man.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Vanilla. White chocolate, they call him, man. White chocolate.
Nice. And so now you train at what team?
Tony Maselli, BJJ.
Tony Maselli. Close, man. Close. I'm with Vicente Cavalcanti Jiu-Jitsu. So it's that's the coach, Vicente Cavalcanti, and the academy is called Southside Jiu-Jitsu. It's on the Gold Coast.
Nice.
Southside.
Yeah.
Nice.
Southside on the east side.
Sweet.
Nice, man. I got a question, right?
Go for it.
You live in Australia. You train there.
Mm-hmm.
You've been to San Diego and trained at
Art of Jiu-Jitsu.
At Art of Jiu-Jitsu with arguably the best brother system in BJJ.
Boom.
In the Mendes Bros.
Yeah.
And you've been to Rio and trained at a bunch of different places.
Bam.
Yeah.
What are some differences? What are some similarities? And where is the heart and soul of jiu-jitsu? Has it moved from
Okay.
Wow.
You're putting a lot of responsibility on my shoulders with that comment.
Multi-part question.
Start with the beginning. You don't have to give your opinion on where it has moved.
No. I will give the opinion. Whether it's the correct opinion or not, but I will give it.
But it's an opinion.
Yes.
Thanks,
so I think to say, like, in terms of thinking probably where the best training is, it relies down to academies. So I wouldn't say each country has it better over the other one.
Right.
It's just where the professionalism in the coaches and the establishments of the academy. So at the Mendes Brothers, I 100% thought that was one of the best, as you could tell they planned every class. Like, I don't know if you remember, they had their little iPad
Sure.
with them on the mats every time with all the schedules out, what they were planning to do, how that would interact with future classes planned out, which was really good.
We
most of the gyms
tried to steal that iPad.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we tried. But
How'd you go?
To no avail. No
deal. Training in Brazil was really good too. Depending, like, each academy had different styles and approaches to teaching. Some a bit more relaxed than others. But going into a gym in Brazil, the most amazing thing for me was getting there and seeing 15 to 20 black belts on the mat. Yeah. And when you're a purple belt gringo walking on the mat, it's a bit daunting for you. Yeah.
Wow. That's just a treasure trove of knowledge, information.
Oh, it is, man.
Holy
yes.
Crap.
Not just black belts. You're seeing black belts with multiple stripes on their belts too.
Oof.
Like,
oh, geez.
Gordo Jiu-Jitsu in Bahia, located in Rio. Man, Bahia, little bar.
He's the half guardian, the supreme half guardian. Yes.
Custodian of half guardian. He's his school, I would say, had the most black belts when I went there.
Wow.
Super solid bases in their games. Yeah, like super hard to sweep, very pressure orientated, and then obviously had dominating half guard games.
Wow. So what were the differences? What would you say are the main differences between training in San Diego, which is arguably the
new Mecca.
the Mecca. Yeah,
Yeah, I was in
it's the
Costa
Mecca.
Mesa. That was.
Yeah, Costa Mesa, which is
Yeah,
that's right. It wasn't San Diego, it was L.A. But California as a whole is like the Mecca of jiu-jitsu in America. And then you have Australia, where you come from, and then Rio. What would you say are the differences?
I'm gonna say, I think the academies I trained in America probably had a bit more attention to development of learning in the students. I think they were a bit more open to, obviously pushing them hard, pushing students hard, but helping develop games and sequences and coming down to that. Whereas I kind of think both Brazil and America, this is in my opinion, everyone's free to disagree with me or not, but I believe that in Brazil and a couple of gyms in America that I trained in California, maybe tend towards making carbon copies of their coach. If you know what I mean. So they help build sequences, but then I see a lot of, no, do it this way, don't do it the other way.
Right.
Again, saying that it was just in the experiences I've had. I think being in Australia, being far away, there is a bit more of emphasis in most gyms on, okay, guys, you got to figure it out yourself, kind of thing, right? You need to be out of problem solving, create your own style. If you create your own style, then that influences everyone else's style in the gym, and we all will progress and try to catch up with everyone.
Sure. I think, I mean, kind of piggybacking, because I've trained at a couple of different places. I feel like when you go away from the big name schools with the big name instructor, like a Mendes brother or any big name, you name it, a black belt champion. Those guys, everybody goes to them for their game. They want to learn their game.
That's right. Yeah.
So they develop their curriculum based on them. But if you go to like smaller schools around the country, or maybe what you're saying in Australia, we're not big name guys. We didn't win these huge black belt world titles, sponsorship with King's kimonos and all these things. So what we're doing in these smaller schools, we're looking for all the knowledge, and we're giving it to our students, and we're trying to help them just be better overall, and we're trying to give them the best knowledge from all walks of jiu-jitsu. So maybe that's what's going on. Do you agree? I
think that's 100% correct. I think you explained what was in my head a bit better than I was able to get it out. But 100%, that's exactly right. Yeah. If it's like you go to a school because somebody's using something they've won the world championships with, so you want to learn that thing. Exactly. And that's the draw to those schools, and then that's exactly why they're teaching that kind of game.
Sure. So what would you say, let's not talk about the school and the teaching itself, but what would you say about the level of competition you would get at a Mendes Brothers school where you've trained at, or any other school in California, or any other school in America, compared to schools in Australia, compared to any school you've been to in Brazil? Like the level of competition in the students, who's giving you the most dynamic games? Who's giving you the hardest roles, and who's giving you the most relaxed, calm roles?
Yeah, I would definitely say the AOJ was like competitive, in a competitive sense, was unbelievable. Like, there was blue belts there that I know would towel up black belts, Purple belts that would just kill black belts, other black belts that I know, not all black belts, but other ones I know. So the level there was crazy, and just the efficiency in their guard games and their passing.
Yeah.
So they're focusing on that area, which is, I believe, like the playing guard and passing guard is obviously about 90% of the whole game. Yeah. Before entering into the next position and start getting submissions. And they've really got that, down pat. They worked that so well.
Sure.
In Brazil, there were some great competitive guys, Like, I think because it's such a bigger sport over there, and it's been ingrained in the culture, for longer than it has in America and Australia. The gyms are varied, where they'll have, in the gym, it'll have the competition team, and then a wide range of people doing it just for fun.
Yeah.
So it's not like a heavily concentrated, all right, this whole gym full of 50 people right now, they're all gamers, they're all competitors. Gotcha. That's what I got at AOJ, especially last time. There was so many competitors there, and I think that's because people leave their home. A lot of people there left places like Hawaii.
Yeah.
A few guys left New York, and they moved there just for that. So. Sure. That's why I believe they have a strong competitive curriculum there and presence. Mm-hmm. In Australia, it's still building up. To tell you the truth, prior to social media and people being confident with putting videos and pictures of themselves online and getting themselves out there. Competition scene was pretty, like, I wouldn't say it was like low. It just wasn't. It was hard to experience.
Sure.
Or get to know if there was a lot of good guys out there. That's one of the reasons we started our blog, How We Roll, is to help guys and girls get sponsorship, get more recognition, just so it helps build the sport over here. And what I've seen in the last 4 years, the competition scene here is just, there's some really good competitors out there. I just want to mention a couple. There's Lachlan Giles. If you've heard of Lachlan, he was on the EBI 5.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Lachlan's awesome. He's great. His partner, Olivia, I can't remember. I think she won at Worlds at blue or purple. I can't remember that one.
Didn't Lachlan Giles advance to the second round in the last EBI?
He did, yeah. He beat
He beat
forgive me if I'm wrong, I think
Orchard, didn't he?
Nathan Orchard and Rani Yaya.
Shout out to Nathan Orchard.
Yeah, we
yeah.
Orchard is our boy, but he won in overtime. But that was a good match, man. He's a very good competitor.
Yeah, he's awesome. There's obviously Kit Dale. You know, everyone knows Kit Dale.
That's right.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man. He's a good guy. But then, so they have this gym out in South Melbourne, Absolute Jiu-Jitsu and MMA. They have a lot of good competitors actually are leaving, just they are now, in their states and going there, you know, for competitive training because it's like becoming the hub, so to speak, of guys. But yeah, I refereed at a tournament, a Grappling Industries tournament a few weeks ago, and I just saw, man, coming up from the blue belt levels, just some great Australian Jiu-Jitsu, you know. I was really impressed with him.
That's awesome.
Really happy to see.
That's awesome to hear, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of Berimbolo in Australia?
Berimbolo.
Oh, I wouldn't say as much as I saw in America.
Yeah, we like us some Berimbolos in America.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Yeah. Some Berimbolo cowboys in America.
Yeah. Berimiolo, I call it. Yeah. I kind of liken it to, if you compare, we can put these two guys that I'm about to mention now. So you got like a half a Mendes style on the west coast of the States, and then on the east, I put it to more like Marcelo or Lucas Lepre. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. We're not saying like
no.
It's just comparing styles, and a lot of people go into the depths of the mentality of living on the East Coast, where you have New York, a busy town. You know, we have 4 seasons in this area, where you have to deal with the rain, you have to deal with the snow, the tough times.
That's right.
You know?
I've never seen snow, guys. I've never seen it. Where I live is two seasons.
Trust me, man.
Hot and cold.
It's way nicer in pictures. Way nicer in pictures.
What, the snow?
The snow, yeah.
Yeah, right.
It sucks to be in. But anyway, comparing that to like California living, where like the weather's beautiful in San Diego, man, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And people are comfortable all year around.
Yeah.
You know, us East Coasters, we get hard boiled a few times out of the year. It gets, builds that resilience.
Yeah, man. I mean, when it's a rainy day and it's cloudy, you really don't feel like going anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah.
But
I get like that when it's slightly chilly out here.
Yeah.
That's when I get the same thing.
I just feel
slightly.
When it's 82 degrees, you get like that?
Yeah. I have to do the conversion to Celsius because I'm not too sure what 82 would be. But yeah.
42 or something? 42 Celsius?
Just enough to fry an egg.
Damn.
Awesome, man. Cool, man. Let's see. Do you have any Australian facts for us?
Australian facts.
Hold on, I got a question.
How about you ask me and I'll confirm or deny the myth.
Okay.
Whatever you got, go for it.
Do you own a boomerang?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever carved your own boomerang?
Yes, I have.
Oh, seriously?
I grew up in the desert. I grew up in the desert. This is part of culture classes.
So you've hunted. You've hunted.
I've hunted.
Have you hunted? I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. This is a tricky one. I've hunted for. I've years ago when I was younger, when I was in my teens, I went camping with friends out in the desert, and my friends' parents forgot to pick us up on the day they were going to pick us up. They left us out there for an extra 2 days.
That's a great time.
Yeah, when we're hiding from dingoes and everything like that. And I remember we had a slug gun. Is that what you guys call them as well? Slug gun, like a BB gun, pellet gun.
Yeah,
Nice.
BB gun.
Yeah, so we we had to hunt pigeons and things like that to survive.
Man. Yikes.
Yeah.
I bet them pigeons were delicious.
No, I remember. I remember clearly us having no idea how to cook.
Oh no.
You know, putting it over a fire, and then my friend grabbing it and taking a bite out of it, and blood just flying. It looked like The Walking Dead.
Hard times, man. When times get tough,
Yep.
you got to turn into the Revenant.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I think I got my first chest hair that day.
Who is Australia's national hero at this point?
Oh, at this point,
Is it Kid Dale?
Kid Dale? Maybe. Man, for me, this is a hard one. Probably put it down for me. He's passed away, but it was Steve Irwin.
Steve
I used to
Irwin,
love Steve
yeah.
Irwin.
Oh,
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
loves Steve Irwin, man.
Yeah. For me, he was a hero, you know? I
Yeah.
used to, he was a national treasure. For me, I should say. I don't know if I can speak for everybody.
And you guys have no relation, right? He wasn't like your
No,
godfather.
nothing at all.
He wasn't
No.
your uncle.
No.
Right. Okay. Because you guys resemble one another a little bit.
Same voice.
Same
We got the
voice.
same voice. So.
Yeah, it's funny. All you guys in Australia sound exactly the same. It's crazy.
I don't know. I think we import all the more well-spoken guys to. So every time I see an Australian on US TV, it's usually somebody talking about wildlife or Bar Steve Irwin or some astrophysics
Yeah.
kind of thing, you know. And then the other guys is like, who's the guy that played Thor? Chris Hemsworth
Okay.
and his brothers.
Oh, nice.
And then if you come to Australia, you're going to get people like me that speak out of their nose and, how you going?
Awesome, man.
Nice.
So you guys don't have like a current like national hero, sports athlete, somebody that's like everybody's like, yeah, LeBron James. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we have many sporting heroes for like national icons, really. It just depends which season of sport is on,
Gotcha.
if you know what I mean. So if the World Cup is on for football or soccer,
So
yeah, it'll be that person. Soccer.
nice.
It'll be maybe someone like Harry Kuehl was back in the day.
Uh-huh.
If the Olympics are on, it'll be one of our swimmers. Yeah, we're pretty fickle with it, but still, yeah,
Nice, man.
we're loving our sports stars.
Do you
If I was
guys-
saying anything, it'd be our sports stars.
Do you guys play American football,
American football?
rugby, anything?
They
like
have
that?
it here. Yeah, rugby, yeah, of course.
That's your thing, right?
AFL. Well, depends which state you live in Australia. Queensland and New South Wales on the East Coast is rugby league and rugby union. The rest of Australia is pretty much AFL orientated. Do you know AFL? Have you heard of AFL?
No.
No.
Australian rules football.
Oh,
interesting.
Explain.
Yeah.
No protective gear.
No gear, no. Very small shorts.
Yikes.
You've got my attention.
Yeah, I know. It's like with a rugby ball.
Okay.
A little bit, probably like a rugby ball. It's very aerial style game. So it's like basketball, I would say, in terms of the movement around, but with kicking. So you have to kick the ball.
The whole time?
So a lot of jumping. Yeah, you can run with it. I think it's 10 meters. You have to run before you can bounce it. And you can imagine trying to bounce a football like that shape.
Nice.
Wow.
And then you have to kick it or pass it off to somebody. And then to score, we have 4 posts. So there's 2 posts in the middle
Uh-huh.
that are the largest posts. You get between that's a goal. You get 6 points. On either side of those posts is another smaller post. If you miss the goal and go between the smaller posts, you get 1 point. So it's like you get a point for trying. It's like a participation award for kicking the ball.
Yeah. Here you go, buddy. Here's 1 point.
Boom.
Nice try.
Any points for crashing into the post? I would hope.
For what, sorry?
For like running into the post.
A person or the ball?
The
A
person.
The person, I think you just get probably get some more YouTube views
Nice.
if you ran into the post there. Tosh .0.
And are you guys big into MMA? Has MMA made its way to Australia yet?
It has. It's pretty big over here.
Is it booming?
Pretty big. We have the UFC in Brisbane on Sunday, which is the
nice.
city above my city. Yeah, I'm going to that. I should be seeing
Who's
that.
fighting? Is
Mark
that-
Hunt.
Oh, that's the Mark Hunt. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Mark Hunt,
Yeah.
Frank Mir.
Yeah. Mark Hunt is nice, man. He's fighting Frank Mir.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a pretty.
My
awesome
friend's
fight.
a friend of mine is fighting Alan Joban on there.
Nice.
My friend Brendan O'Reilly. Big shout out to Brendan.
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 My
what
man.
up?
Brendan O'Reilly.
My
Don't
man,
Yep.
Brendan.
My brother.
Nice, man. So, do you guys like Conor McGregor? Do you guys accept him as one of yours?
As an Aussie?
As an Aussie? No.
Okay.
I tell you the truth. It's probably the same in your country. You got people that love him and people that hate him.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where do you stand?
I think he's an amazing martial artist, amazing athlete.
Totally.
I can see the act he puts on, you know.
Yeah,
I can see that's to sell it, but you know, it's not my favorite personality. If I could just put that lightly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know, you can be gracious in defeat and all that nice stuff, but being modest for 20 minutes doesn't mean you're a modest person. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Being humble for 20 minutes isn't humble.
I think saying that you're humble doesn't make you humble.
Exactly.
And then to go straight away, post a photo of yourself in a suit,
and a gold watch,
you know, expensive suit, and then call everyone pussies and everything. Isn't, you know, I don't know. Call me crazy. I don't think that's being humble, but yeah, exactly. Whatever. He makes more money than me.
No, yeah, he's doing the right thing with saying things to make money, but
100%.
You know,
yeah, he's
people out there can't get it twisted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he's a great martial artist. What did you think of the fight against Nick Diaz?
Nate
Diaz.
I knew it was Nate.
Yeah.
209.
209.
Yeah.
For me, I loved it, man. It was like a movie. You know?
Yeah.
The way this unfolded, and then the way it ended, and it was great.
Yeah. At this point, we're just, you know, we just want to see good fights, man. It's too physically demanding to like love a competitor to death and then like face all the emotions when he's fighting, and then if he wins, you're relieved. If he loses, you're like down. It's like we're at the point where I just want to see great fights, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
We want to.
But I think the way that they promote themselves, you know, it creates this character, like a movie style character, as I said, where you end up, you know, either loving them or hating them.
Yeah.
And that's the thing now. Now we're not just seeing fighting. Now we're seeing like performances.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm not dispelling that, saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying this is what kind of adds another element of you know, emotion or interest into the sport. So now, as I said, it's changing. Absolutely. And I'm watching now. I get to watch Rocky, or I get to watch WWE. That's real. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's just people can't get mixed up with what's going on. At the end of the day, you know, we're watching fights. So, you know, if you get aggravated because the guy talks a lot of shit and isn't humble, and you're expecting a martial artist to be very humble, that's his own time. Maybe just don't listen to any of the interviews and just be a fan of the fights. Watch the fights. Don't listen to the pre-fight interviews and judge him based on that at the end of the day. If a guy comes to fight, shows heart, then we're good to go.
That's it. Like, I think we kind of, as fans, sometimes confuse the whole idea of being good at something, or, you know, being talented or working hard to achieve something translates over into your character. Yeah.
Right.
Like, just because I wrote another article recently for another blog saying about, you know,
can we use
Hitler
can we use that article for our blog?
You can. I can send it over to you.
Perfect. All right, continue.
So I made a linking. I tried to think of the most despicable character, so obviously being Hitler. And I said, we view Hitler, he's a complete jerk, you know, putting it lightly. Pretty detested character.
Yeah, Hitler was a jerk. That's what everybody was saying. He's such a jerk off.
He was annoying.
Yeah.
So like we see that character, and we automatically think of evil and bad stuff, and we can't imagine him being good at anything. Sure. If you understand. So I put this analogy there saying, yeah, this is his character, this is the way he is, but what if he made the world's best omelet? You know what I mean?
Very true, yeah.
Would you use the aura and like the halo around him of his evilness to say that he made bad omelets? Like, would you use that to judge that?
Interesting.
You know, or could you be objective enough to be able to discern the two? And I think that's what we do with sporting stars a lot of the time. We put them on this pedestal saying they should. We imagine them to be acting like this. We imagine them to be acting like that. They should be doing this to be role models. But, you know, at the end of the day, they're real people with different experiences, different life upbringings, different points of view on life. So, therefore, we can't, in all fairness, expect them to be what we want them to be.
Right.
And at the end of the day, you're taking normal people and putting them in abnormal situations. You're taking
Yes,
a guy,
right.
let's say since we're on the subject of Conor, or really anybody for that matter, you take that person, Ronda Rousey, Miesha Tate, anybody, one of the stars, John Jones, great example. You could say these are normal people. If there was no show, if they were on vacation,
That's right.
they retired, they're normal people. But once you put a camera in front of them and they're told that millions of people are going to tune into this, whether it's live or following the interview, they're going to listen to it on different stations. Now you're putting them in an abnormal situation, and you can't expect them to act like they would normally act, because it's quite impossible to do that. Especially when they say, "Listen, man, if you get more heads to tune in, whether it's good or bad, you're gonna make a hell of a lot more money."
That's right.
People are gonna try a little harder. They're gonna.
Yeah, that's
they're
right.
not gonna be their normal. I was brought up as a humble martial artist, honor, respect, discipline.
Yeah, but I got to feed myself.
But I gotta feed myself.
That's the yeah. That's it. Like, so he's got to think. Sorry, you're right. A person's got to feel like they have to give up a meal, to miss out on money.
Sure.
Just to make everyone feel happy.
Exactly. The best thing to do is to really, you have this opinion of John Jones. How about make your opinion if you actually meet him and talk to him in person?
Boom.
That's right.
That's when you can make your real opinion. When you meet him in a normal setting, in a regular, non-exploited, expected to put on a show setting. And
that's
then
right.
You can judge.
If you imagine you go to a jiu-jitsu tournament, you pick out the white belts and the blue belts. I'm just going to say this because of their relatively newness to the sport, okay, and their first experiences of competing.
So not because they're lesser beings. It's just
no, never say that.
Just to clarify.
So, yeah, you put me on the spot there.
Boom.
Okay, so imagine them at a tournament. There could be family men, family women,
Sure.
having really, really common lives. They're really nice people. Maybe they help out, their elderly parents during the week or whatever.
Yeah.
You put them in that situation where they start to mentally create a different perspective on the world. Oh my God, I have to beat this. This guy's going to try to kill me. This girl's going to try to choke me. Whatever. You start to add this extra stress on them. They start to change. It's exactly like the MMA guys at the highest level.
Right.
The person at the white belt level or the blue belt level in the comp, you'll notice it. They could be the nicest guy in the world, nicest girl in the world, and you see them at the comp starting to shadow box for some reason and throwing kicks in the air, trying to intimidate everybody, shaking like it's, they're about to be led to the slaughter. But it's that stress that changes people.
Absolutely.
It's the whole perception of what is about to happen and how you're perceived to be by everyone else that can change you.
Absolutely,
Right.
man. When I was first starting in jiu-jitsu, I'm a brown belt now, just so people know. But I'm saying, that brown belt strap, I'm saying. But when I was a wee white belt or a blue belt, all Marcos used to tell me is just go in and let's get highlight footage. I'm gonna record your matches.
Yeah.
I just want one clip. Let's just get one clip.
Let's get high.
What?
Yeah.
Just highlights.
Ah.
Highlights.
Yeah. Highlights.
Yeah. Let's just get highlights. And don't think about winning at all. Don't think about losing. Don't think about people watching. Don't invite your family and friends. Let's just go in and let's get some highlight footage. I want you to try your moves that you've been drilling, and let's test these moves out. If they work, they work. If they don't, we got some work to do. But and honestly, that took a lot of stress off of me, man.
Right.
And I used to perform. I used to perform without too much anxiety because of that.
Yeah.
We removed the notion of a win or a loss or anything like that. So it's just like, let's go in, let's play, let's showcase our artistry. Hence, show the art.
Ah,
Boom.
nice. Boom. Okay, that's good. I think that's a fantastic strategy to kind of detach and put a real perspective on the situation that you're in.
Right.
You're usually training on a mat in a room, right? In a building.
Right.
You're just in a larger mat with a few more people around in another building. That's all it is.
That's it.
And you have to pay extra to go there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about your perception and your handling and what you're making of the situation. If you feel like you're a blue belt and your whole world is riding on this one Naga Grappling Industries tournament.
That's it. Yeah.
You didn't do the right mental preparation.
That's the one where you get the ninja sword or the samurai sword?
Naga, yes, North American Grappling Association.
They still give that? Is that like?
Yes, they give a samurai sword if you win.
Yeah, right. Like I don't.
Well,
in Australia, we have some super strict kind of anything as a weapon, you should not be given that out as a prize kind of
well,
thing.
When
so I just imagine.
Well, Cristiano, what you have to realize is when they give these samurai swords to kids, they zip tie the handle so it doesn't come loose. Duh. There has to be precautions taken.
Yeah.
This is not a third world country.
I want my swords not zip tied.
Yeah, no. That'd be my contract.
But they still give medals and belts. I forget why they give swords out. I think it's like if you win absolute or something.
Maybe to commend the warrior.
Yeah, look, to tell you the truth, I'd love a sword. I'd take a sword over a medal any day, to tell you the truth.
I got a small sword once for winning second place.
That's what she said.
Oh, yeah? Does the third place get a butter knife? Or?
Yeah, third place gets like a little paring knife.
Yeah. Swiss Army knife, pair of nail clippers. Yeah. TSA approved. TSA approved.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about your strength and conditioning. Who do you get your workouts from?
We ask you because you're pretty shredded. Not that we were looking.
But thank you.
You are chiseled, but we're not looking.
You're in shape, my friend.
Oh, thank you. Well, actually, I do them myself at the moment.
Wait a minute.
What's
you
that?
were training with Will Wayland.
Yes.
I was going to allude to that. At the moment, I'm doing it by myself, but I was training under William Wayland, and he actually inspired me and helped me along to take this as a career path for myself. So at the moment, I'm a strength and conditioning coach as well as many other things, and
awesome.
Yeah, William pointed me in the right direction, put me in the direction of the correct literature and everything. And yeah, if you've ever seen. If anyone's listening to this, which I'm sure there will be, I recommend you go to William's Instagram page and check that out because that dude just squats.
Poweringthrough.com, right? Powering Through.
That's his site and his blog is poweringthrough.com. And his Instagram, I think, is William Wayland, at William Wayland or at Powering Through. I'm drawing a blank now.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but this guy's built like a Suburban. This guy's humongous.
He's a Hummer.
Man, he's huge, dude. He's a brick shit house, as we say here.
Have you met him in person?
No, I haven't yet. No, unfortunately. I plan to, hopefully, when I get to London. I hope William doesn't mind me saying this, but yeah, he's built like a brick shit house, but he's got a head like an orc. He's just monstrous.
He does have a big head.
I say that with all love. He's a legend. He's an absolute star.
Is like, he's got a big trunk, my man.
So I think they might make specially made barbells for him to take all the plates that he puts on. I don't know if you. Yeah. Everyone's got to have a look at this guy. He's a machine. Hey, he's I don't know if he's a blue belt or a purple belt in jiu-jitsu at the moment.
Jeez.
But yeah,
man has,
so
3-stripe black belt.
Yeah. If anyone's looking for a personal trainer online with programs, definitely recommend hitting him up.
Yeah.
He helped me out immensely.
We use this program.
French contrast method.
Oh, great.
Is that what he uses?
That's man. I can tell you, it's not my favorite thing in the world getting through those leg programs on that.
Yeah, he's heavy on legs and back.
Yeah.
Can you explain the French contrast method?
Okay, so French contrasting is it's working on a PAP training method, which is like potentiation training. So what you're doing is you're priming your...
Hold on. Rewind. Potentiation training. Potentiation, that's the word of the day.
Yeah, so basically you're just working on the potential of your muscle to do work. So we have strength. We have maximal strength training where we're like trying to push, the biggest weight that we can. Okay, but we want to do that with quality every time.
Sure.
And we want that to transfer to different changes of force. So being an athlete, you have resistance where someone's pushing against you, just say in wrestling. And then when they start to turn the corner and you suddenly don't have that. Okay, so we want to be able to have your muscle have intramuscular and intermuscular coordination between all those different changes. Okay, so what you do is the first set of the in a set there should be around 4 exercises. Your first exercise will be a compound lift of roughly 80 to 97% of your max, your 1 rep max.
Okay.
And then you move to an unloaded movement after that. Okay, so it may be a squat loaded with heavy weight, and then next thing hurdle jumps.
Okay.
So what
With
you're
no
doing
weights.
essentially with no weights, that's
Okay.
right. So what you're doing essentially is you're tricking your muscles into working under the impression that you still have that large amount of weight on your back. So if you liken it to, if you take you go, what do you call it in the States? Groceries. I was going to say shopping. But you go grocery shopping and you put all the bags in the car. You drive home. You start to lift the bags out of the car. Oh, man, there's 4 bags. First 3 are very heavy. You got laundry detergent in there. You've got, I don't know, turkey in there. You got all the heavy stuff inside there.
You got a dead kangaroo in there.
Yeah, a kangaroo tail. You got everything in those first 3 bags. And in the last bag, it's that new pillow that you bought, right? Something very light. You go to that last bag, but mentally you're prepared for all that heavy lifting. You got to lift that last bag and whoo. You ever try to lift something super heavy after you've been lifting? Oh, sorry. You ever tried to lift something really light after picking up something really heavy?
Yeah.
You pick that light thing up like you're Thor.
Yeah.
You're the man. You're the Hulk,
absolutely.
So that's what you're doing. Instead of tricking your mind that way, we're actually tricking your nervous system.
Interesting.
So you're tricking your nervous system into being able to produce maximal force at quality through all different types of resistance loads.
Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I remember doing. I think what we did was like, correct me if I'm wrong, but we did a barbell squat,
Heavy squat.
Mm-hmm.
and then we went into
Heavy.
Yeah,
Make sure you get that in there. Heavy.
and then we heavy, and then we
In
did
all caps.
kettlebell jumping
squat.
squat jumps, yeah,
Yep.
and then we did jumping lunges with no weights, right? Am I-
No, first it was high jumps.
Oh, then it was
High
tuck
jump,
jumps,
yeah.
yeah.
Tuck jumps.
Yeah.
It was
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was a great
How
experience.
was squatting in the bathroom after that the next day?
It
Painful?
wasn't pretty, yeah.
No.
I had to lay down and use the bathroom.
Yeah.
I leaned
Doing the
on
stanky
wall.
leg walking around.
I had to stand straight up over the toilet.
You, sir, are talented. That's
You know,
No,
I
he's
like.
very talented.
yeah.
Some people are born with it. Some people develop it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. French contrast. That's it.
awesome, man.
Amazing.
So, what would you recommend, since you're a strength and conditioning coach? What would you recommend for the new, blue belt, the guy who's just he's just coming into his own game, and he's trying to really get into BJJ competitions?
Yeah, he
Well-
wants to do Naga in like 2 months.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. Okay, so especially at the earlier belt, I think this is where it mainly comes into play. This problem that people take too much emphasis on strength and conditioning and plyometric work. I think they still should be focusing more on their skills in jiu-jitsu, but then implementing 2 days a week strength training, depending on their strength training age. And what I mean by that is have they been training strength for 2 weeks? Have they been doing it for 6 months? Okay. Either in the earlier stages, they should just be focusing on their base strength levels, because you cannot improve movement, you cannot improve agility or the ability to take force against you unless you have built up your base of strength.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
So the very first thing should be the basics, man. Just building strength, building
Build that
strength.
foundation.
So we're talking.
That's right.
We're talking our deadlifts, our front and back squats.
Yeah.
Our military
Yeah.
press
Pull-ups.
Being it 2 days a week style, I would restrict deadlifts just to straight-legged deadlifts, so the Romanian style deadlifts, because you're going to be hitting squats as well, probably doing them all in the same sessions.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you're hitting deadlifts and then squats or vice versa in the same day, you're going to be taxing your CNS majorly. And as I said, we're not doing it for a bodybuilding style. We're not trying to hit all different muscles at different ranges and trying to make them grow through sarcoplasm growth.
Sure.
We're trying to build strength. We're trying to build strength that's specific to our movement. So hip hinging, squatting, lunging, pressing, overhead pressing, pulling, all those kind of things. And rotational ability and anti-rotational ability as well.
Interesting.
Doing all that far out from the competition to start, and as you start to move closer to the competition, you start tapering down your training style and load. So start lightening the weights, moving to more explosive movements, start adding in your plyometric training, all those kind of things. Just so you know, on the mat, with the stanky leg trying to crap standing up.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people out there that they have no idea, man. You know, they go to the gym 2-3 times a week. They do their split routine. They do have a foundation. They're doing curls. They're doing lat pull downs.
They're doing CrossFit on Saturday and Sunday.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Don't talk about the CrossFit gang. They'll come after us, bro.
I just gave you a shout out.
Not me. I don't train CrossFit. I'm just saying they'll come after you. They run deep. But yeah, like all those guys that are, the average person that just goes to their local gym, they just do a little bit of everything. So those people, you think they should go right into? They got a month left.
They mishmash everything.
Yeah.
Would you say that's a foundation?
It depends how long it is. If they've been doing that and then had a break of 4 weeks and then coming back in,
okay.
Because then you're starting again. You're doing 4 weeks of no heavy lifting.
Gotcha. And
then coming back in. But being a month out from competition, I would just keep it to plyometrics because you're not going to build that strength to make a difference to improve your explosive movements and your speed.
Yeah.
In a month, what I'm saying. So you've got to kind of plan out your competitions in advance. So if you can, ideally, in an ideal world, if you got 12 weeks out, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
One of the things that helped me a lot, and I really noticed a difference when I did this in training for a competition, was Tabata. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Doing that on the treadmill.
Hate those.
Mm-hmm.
Man, honestly, I really felt a difference with my ability to kind of
twerk.
Twerk?
With my ability to twerk for long sessions at a time, my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just felt like I didn't have as many cardio issues when I did those Tabata sessions to start my workouts out with.
They're improving your lactic and alactic abilities. So just abilities to work better with your explosive movements. Whereas, that's why sometimes I kind of question doing conditioning training like that because I think a lot of people will get a lot of benefits of conditioning in terms of cardio in their aerobic, anaerobic, lactic, all those different energy systems through their rolling.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's testing you all that way. Yeah, because remember, all we're training. All of our training is stress. It's all stress being put on our body. If we start implementing, if you're rolling every day, 2 times a day, and you add a strength training into your system, and then you add a conditioning system as well, you're just adding super extra stress. And you got to think, all right, am I already getting this from another area in my training? If I am, I'm just doubling up, and my CNS is going to hate me for it. Sure. And maybe start getting sick earlier, start performing less and hating what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. You got to think of it like that. It's all stress we're adding to our body.
Yeah. Would you say the Diaz brothers are aerobically superior to everyone else?
I don't know, man. I wouldn't have a clue, to tell you the truth. I mean, they do triathlons. Mm-hmm. And I get bored running after 5 minutes, so I can't even comment on endurance sports. I couldn't do that, to tell you the truth. Yeah. But I'm always envious of people that can,
I'll do sprints all day, but sprints are not easy by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
But long distance running, it's just not for me, man. I'd rather roll for
45 minutes.
For 45 minutes doing, how many minute rounds instead of running for a long time. But I see what you're saying.
This is that challenge.
You're getting that cardio from your rolls, from your fast-paced rolls, from your not even fast-paced, just your movement-based rolls. Don't waste too much extra time if you don't have it on doing the Tabata method and or hitting the streets and running for 10 miles at a time. Focus on the lifts, like you said, and building the strength.
That's right. Gotcha. We're trying to be as economically efficient with your body. That's the whole thing. Yeah. If you're doing jiu-jitsu but you're not competing and you want to add running in because you enjoy it, that's 100%. Go do that for sure. But when you're competing, you got to be thinking, okay, I have to be top notch that day.
Sure,
it has to be
sure.
on point that day.
Absolutely.
I just said on point. You know, I just said the phrase on point, and I really think Instagram has killed that phrase for me. I can't stay. And I've just gone and said it. You know, all those pictures that say, "Oh, the squad's on point," when your hair's on point. Oh, so it's just put a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that coffee I just had or it was that phrase, but yeah, there's a bad taste in my mouth now.
Oh no. Are you into that butter coffee?
I have coconut oil in my coffee, to tell you the truth.
Okay, but you don't do
I like
the.
that. I like the taste of it.
I like it too. I like it too.
Yeah.
Do you do the grass-fed butter with that as well sometimes, or you're not into that?
I've tried it a couple of times, man. But to tell you the truth, I've had it before going to jiu-jitsu, and I don't know if you've had that style of coffee before doing exit. No.
Right out.
Yeah.
So you're not in a state of ketosis right now. You're not loading up on those fats.
I am. No. I am. I'm in a ketosis, ketogenic diet at the moment. Just
really?
Doing a test.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Nice. Good for you, man.
Yeah.
How much kangaroo
being hard,
meat?
how much kangaroo meat?
How much kangaroo meat is in your system today?
Today, I haven't had kangaroo meat in a week. So,
what's the key?
They sell kangaroo meat here at the supermarket. So
I saw that online.
I can take a photo and send it to you. There's kangaroo sausages. I hope they're not. I hope they're not natural sausages, if you know what I mean.
What is the ketone?
Processing.
What is the ketone count on a dingo?
Oh, I would not have a clue. I wouldn't eat a dingo because it's a dog. That's my thing. And he'd probably eat me first. They'd probably eat me first. Wow. We're going to get into a rabbit hole of ethics here now. Yeah.
Kangaroo meat. It tastes good?
Yeah, it's beautiful. If you cook it right, it's actually super lean. I think it's 99% fat-free. So when you cook it, if you cook it for a millisecond over, you've got the sole of a shoe.
Wow, man. So what would you compare it to? Like a beef, a chicken, a veal, elk, a game meat?
I've never had elk. I would say it's a game meat. It's a game meat. Kind of like steak, has its own smell and flavor. Like that just sticks with you forever. It's like you have a coffee, that flavor sticks with you all day. You can smell it on your breath. Yeah, the kangaroo's going to do that too. You got the kangaroo smell.
Wow.
Awesome, man.
Have you seen photos of kangaroos out there?
Photos?
Yeah, like the real photos, not the drawings.
Not the ones with like boxing gloves on them. Are those?
No.
Kangaroo Jack, is that like a movie?
Yeah, I don't know if he's real, man. No, like if you have any spare time, Google big red kangaroos. Okay. It's a I want to say type. It's a style. I'm not. This is my biology. Yeah. My biology ignorance going here. It's a type of kangaroo that's, I think the testosterone's just flown out of control on them, but they're jacked. They're jacked. Big red.
I've seen some
big red kangaroos. Yeah. They have pecs and biceps and.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you saw that viral video. You probably filmed it. Is that viral video of the two kangaroos fighting and one of them chokes the other out?
Yes, yeah, of course, I've seen it. Yeah, for sure.
That was on your lawn, wasn't it?
Don't say viral. That phrase is viral. Don't use
it. Don't offend me. I have been accosted. I say accosted, nearly mugged by kangaroos many times in the desert. Yeah. Damn. Many times. Chased by a kangaroo and an emu on the same day trying to steal my glasses.
Wow. Crazy.
Well, my man, it's time we get going. We're running out of time here.
Good.
Man, we really, 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 truly appreciate you having this conversation.
I appreciate you having me.
Yes.
Thanks, man. And we got to do this more often. We got to hit you up maybe once a month and try to get this Australian connection down. You are our international correspondent. Boom.
That's it, me. I'm your eye in the sky in Australia.
Awesome, man. Well, we'll talk to you soon and have a great day, my man.
Awesome, mate. Thanks for having me, guys. I'll talk to you soon and let's do it again.
All right, my brother.
All right, boys.
All right, dude.
Take care.
See you later.
Take it easy. Bye. See you, boys. See you.
Later.